tell you the difference between hip hop and rap for sure.
Level of
Yeah, but what's it?
success.
But hip hop and pop then is just what level of success, like he's saying.
Level of success. Jay
You guys
Z's
agree?
Annie is pop. If Mozzie make that song, just another rap song.
I can't agree with that because I think that as successful as Jay Z is, I don't feel like Jay Z's ever gone pop. I feel like he can be played on pop stations. The only time I feel like he goes pop is when he becomes Sean Knowles.
Yeah.
So Hard Knock Life wasn't pop.
That was definitely not pop.
With
With
Annie
you,
singing was not pop,
that was a sample.
I
but that was the pop song.
pop.
That's what
Ted, what do you got to say? I want to know what
Jay
Ted
Z,
says about it.
Niggas in Paris with Kanye West.
That shit was
that was not pop to me.
okay.
That
So,
was pop if it ever was.
That was
so
not pop. Okay, that might have been a little
Hold
pop.
on, hold on.
Yeah.
I
A
want
little
to hear what Ted
bit.
got to
A
say.
little bit.
this hip hop is a blanket, right? Within hip hop, you got rap, you got break dancing, you got fashion, you got language, which is like how we literally talk. I got my lingo, y'all got y'all lingo. You got, sometimes it's certain R&B and reggae. You know what I'm saying? That's all hip hop. Hip hop is like the culture, the lifestyle. And rap is an art form within it. There's certain once rap reach a certain plateau, like I don't think that a pop song has to be rap. Any type of song can be pop once it's on that level of like, for instance, the Migos, they got songs where they might have made a song in a movie or a club, might have remixed their song and just remix this one line of the song and run it back. And now it's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? But we all understand that pop is short for popular. Which just means this is what everybody, not just this.
Okay.
Like hip hop rap, this is what hip hop rap is. Like for instance, Old Town Road, Lil Nas X, that, he's a little black. That's why I went in country and hip, but everybody was listening to it. So it's pop. Wherever you put it, it's pop. Because everybody listens to Mike, everybody listens to Beyonce. Shit, everybody's listening to Drake. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it's rap, it's R&B, but it's really pop. What Mike got over Nate Dogg is, yeah, it's hard, but really only like hardcore rap. Because, you know, everybody, hey, they turn the
So Warner Records just released who they believe the top 10 underground rappers are in the U.S. They just released this article this last month. And I want to see, I'm curious if you guys agree. So their number one is Baby Tate, young Baby Tate.
never heard of.
I don't even know who that is.
Number,
That's Diane Ferris's daughter. You remember Hopeless like a penny with a hole in it? It was on the Love Jones soundtrack. She was part of Arrested Development. Y'all remember Arrested Development?
So you said what was the title? The number one underground artist?
Young Baby.
this is Warner Records who released the top new um, underground rappers.
Oh, okay.
Number two is BIA.
Oh, Bia. I don't think
Bia,
Bia's
yeah.
number two though.
Yeah, she
So
got that song in Bedego or whatever. I heard that in the club in Vegas.
you got a song with J. Cole. Are you really underground anymore?
You can pay for it. I mean, unfortunately, you can pay for it.
They probably signed to Warner. This is probably Warner's artist that they about to push. They probably got
Um,
some type of deal with.
next one is Duke Deuce.
I know who he is. He's underground. He's from Memphis.
Okay,
He had, he
Um,
had a song with Glorilla.
okay.
next one is D2X.
I don't know who that is.
Fat Boy Sharif.
No, is he from Philly?
Um, Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she be doing her
Um,
underground. I never heard
I'm
these
going to say this
motherfuckers.
horribly wrong. Nakel Smith.
I don't know who that is.
He did a song called Harvard Guard or Grad, Harvard Grad.
Mm-mm.
Rome Streets
I know Wrong Streets.
and Wigs rounds out the top 10.
Mm-mm.
But let me give you some underground artists I'm on right now, man. Puerto Rico, number one from the underground. Me and Sean was talking about Larry June. I don't know how underground you consider Larry June. He definitely independent. Motherfucking it's a cat named Big Sad 1900. Hard. I'm not the biggest Currency fan, but Currency independent, big ass following. That cat I just let y'all hear, Pimpin' Pat, and his homegirl Nina. Uh, yeah.
Okay, here I got you, Ted. Why don't we go by Spotify? I think that would be a fair company, an unbiased company.
Let's
Their
see.
top is let's see here. I have no. I'm going to pronounce all these names horribly wrong. Hugh Jaboy,
Mm-mm.
Huejbo. No,
Mm-mm.
Slightly Dylan.
Mm-mm.
A song called "Been Through." Super Villain. Ross XO. Sazil. Sazil again. Yeah, a lot of these must be, man, they must be really, really underground at this
I was
point.
about to say, I think those are super underground. Warner was like
So I
was
guess that's a
yeah.
questionable point then, right? Like, at what point are you no longer underground?
Hey, though, I wouldn't use Spotify as a measure because of this, right? Like I said, I'm an artist, so I know artists who got like hella views on Spotify, right? Like hella. Like if you didn't know him, you would think, well, damn, this motherfucker got 100,000 views or 50,000 views, whatever. But then that same artist go to the show and then you know what I'm saying? It ain't sold out. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? They might only got a, I ain't knocking nobody. Sometimes I bring people, sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? But, you
Yeah,
feel me? So it's like
yeah.
on Spotify, and some artists just got called out for that. Because on Spotify, you can buy them views. Like if you pay enough money, you can buy them in views. You know what I'm saying? On Spotify. So it's
But earlier you mentioned currency. I don't look at currency as underground, but you mentioned not signed.
who I'm saying,
Or
independent.
is that what y'all consider underground? Just not signed?
Have a deal and still be
No, because you
independent.
have independent artists that we wouldn't consider underground.
That's
Like
what I'm saying. But he made a comment like he was underground just because he was independent.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out exactly at what level do we consider somebody underground? When do they leave the underground scene? Because, like I said, I just listed off 20 artists that are considered underground that I think maybe Shine heard of three or four, maybe. You know, and so like when you guys are making references to these underground artists, are your artists that you're referencing still underground?
It's hard to say because back when we were really listening to like true underground, like when we started listening to real underground artists, we didn't have social media like that.
Mm-mm.
So are you really truly underground per se? Because when I think of underground, I think of like you can probably catch some of their stuff on World Star, but and maybe like in the MySpace days, but people were like, "Who is that? I don't know who that is." You'll have a couple of people say like Bia is definitely not underground. You'll have a couple of people say
You
like
got signed
I
with
feel like
Nicki?
yeah, I feel like an underground artist is somebody that I can put somebody onto. Like I feel like when I first started listening to Future, he was underground because people were like, "Yo, who's that?" And then a few years later, he was coming out with um um oh my god, what is that? Tony Montana. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like when
Unfortunately, I feel like social media just in itself and these music like Spotify and some of these other ones have just almost removed underground artists.
yeah,
Unfortunately,
yeah, I feel like Titty Boy was underground. Two Chains not so much. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like Trapavelli too. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of these artists, some of them I get. I feel like how Marcus was saying when we were talking about what differentiates pop from
yeah,
hip hop from rap level of success. I feel like that probably is more so how you measure whether somebody's underground or not, or how you classify someone as an underground artist or not. Level of success. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people can I? I don't consider Griselda underground per se, but when I ask people about Griselda, and they're like, "Who is that?" and then I say Benny the Butcher. Oh, I know who that is. You know what I'm saying? They know
yeah,
Benny the Butcher. They know Griselda because I'll say, "Oh, Benny the Butcher," and they're like, "Oh, okay." But people really don't know Armani Caesar like that. I think people know Armani Caesar more because she kind of branded herself in a certain manner. Same thing
yeah,
as West Side Gun. I don't think that Conway branded himself the way that any of them
Yeah.
had. So
But
out of all of them, Conway would probably be the most quote unquote underground, and he's the nicest one to me.
but compared to when we was growing up, the lines wasn't blurred how they are now. Without social
Absolutely.
oh,
media,
absolutely,
somebody
Yeah.
you knew they wasn't underground if they was on the radio, on MTV, BT, VH1. Back then,
Right.
you really had to pass the tape around. You know, the persons in the source in double XL, 9 times out of 10, they wasn't underground. The Murder
Yeah.
Dogs, they was underground. Now, you like all them names you know, I ain't heard of too much of none of them. But I can go look on YouTube right now, they might have 100 views. Or I used to watch The Breakfast Club a lot, and they'll put me up
Yeah.
on game. Sway. Now go look the person up and like, how the hell they got 100 million views? I never heard of the person. Number one artist, getting Grammys that you never heard of. Back then, anybody for a rap Grammy, I knew. I knew they song. Now, I don't know what's going on.
Facts. Yeah.
yep. Social media, TikTok. I mean, I mean, hell, I see a lot more TikTok music than I see anywhere else. I get
Yeah,
turned on
that's what
stuff
people,
on TikTok all the damn time.
yeah, absolutely. That's how people are getting a lot of their shit on. There's a lot of stuff you hear on TikTok, and then everybody's putting in their videos, and it's just repetitive. You hear it over and over.
Uh huh.
After a while, you're like, "What song is this?"
Well, isn't that what Justin Bieber got famous because of YouTube? And look at how he blew up.
Yeah, and Usher discovered him. Yeah,
Yep.
Justin
You
Bieber
know.
hella lucky though. In my
Oh, agreed, 100%. He was one in a literal billion people sitting on fucking YouTube that
yeah,
Usher just happened to click on his damn video.
yeah, he got super lucky. I don't. I haven't seen anybody
Elaborate.
what with Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
He just got lucky, like how James was saying. Like Usher just happened to come across his ass. Like there's so many people, so many artists putting
I
their.
see shit that all the time that makes Justin Bieber look like absolute trash.
I love
There,
this.
I mean, I'm just talking about. I've seen other artists come across like my TikTok page, and I'm like, how is this person not signed? And like,
Oh, well,
why am
yeah,
I not hearing they're on the radio? It was like that one girl that did the TikTok song, "Fuck You," A B C D E F U, and she did that song. She made that song on fucking TikTok, and then it blew up, and it was everywhere. And her name's what? Gail, I think is what her name is. And she ended up blowing up, and now you hear her all over the radio. She's fucking gone on tour 4 or 5 times already. And it was literally a song that she made up because people made suggestions to her on TikTok. This was a nobody. Justin Bieber was a nobody on YouTube.
but
That literally.
gotten as big as Justin Bieber off of YouTube. Not even
Oh, absolutely not.
talking about. I've never even heard.
You've never
Everybody,
heard of that song?
no, and everybody knows Justin Bieber. Remember the Beliebers, Bieber feet?
Oh, God. Those were 30-year-old moms fantasizing about a very young boy. Let's be real. That was Bieber fever at the worst.
Yeah,
You
like
gotta think.
everybody freaking Justin Bieber got super lucky because no one has ever been better. Not saying he's not talented because I love me some Bieber, new Bieber,
Yeah,
not teeny
you
bopper
gotta
Bieber.
think though. Like I didn't like. That's another person who At first, I never gave him a chance. And then one day that shit came on the playlist. I didn't know what it was. But I'm like, yeah, what the fuck is this? I'm like, that's Justin Bieber. Like, that's what Justin Bieber sound like? I thought he was a little Disney dude. You know what I'm saying? But that shit was like, okay. Like, feel me? I listen to that like while I'm cooking. It's only certain shit I can listen to when I'm cooking. When that shit come on, that if you think you hit it right on the head. I don't know the name of the song, but that's how I go. But yeah, I fucks with Bieber though. I be a Bieber believer. But shit, nah, he make good shit though. I think sometime though, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably people out there that's better than him, but I think this is how I feel with music. I think that once you found how to, even if like this will happen one hit wonders, even if you could only do it one time, once you make that your staple in that music, then it's like, bro, you tight enough for you got strangers talking about you, like we talking about them. So I think it's like once you make that good song, that it's like, nah, that shit was tight though. Even if it ain't my favorite shit, like when it come on, I'm not necessarily turning it off, or I'm jamming to it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because this artist, like everybody say, Silk the Shocker was right, and I listen to a lot of No Limit. This song she ain't come with it, but motherfuckers are still gonna listen to that shit though. If it still come on right now, it ain't my fault. Motherfuckers still gonna listen to it. So I don't know. You feel me? I think once motherfucker figure out how to put that right energy together. You feel me? I don't know. Like once they put that right energy together, the motherfuckers gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying?
I think we need to do a singing show, Ted. I think you and I need to script out with Shine about a rap, an underground rap singing show where literally they have to make a new song each week. They each get given a different beat. They get to draw their beat. You know, because they've got America's Next Top Mountain, all those stupid shows. But the problem is rap or hip hop really never make it in there. Let's be honest. They never go anywhere. They get maybe past one round and then they get canceled. So there you go, Ted. I say we sit there and we make this show literally about underground rappers where they sit there and they get a beat each week. We send them out a beat, and they have to make a song within 7 days, and then the world votes on which one they like the best.
Are you familiar with the rapper D Smoke?
Yeah.
So I forget what the name of that show. Y'all remember that show? What's that show called that he came from? It was a Netflix show, but it was like a rap competition. But I mean, I feel you though. Shit, we can do that shit too. But they got some shows out there though where they made moves like they had to make a song, they had to
Rhythm and flow.
rhythm.
That's the one where Cardi B was the
Yeah.
one of the judges.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But then
Yeah, they have a couple shows like that.
But
Yeah,
he was already big though.
Discovered. She was signed to So Def for a second.
yeah. A lot of
But
them
he
came
was
from that
already
little kid show.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to start seeing, the different genres of music because any music that I hear that comes out of any of these TV shows, it's always lovey-dovey. Someone broke my heart, or it's kind of the R&B music. You hear a lot of country will make it into the winning spot every once in a while. Opera tends to win. You don't see rap artists win. You don't see
about the
a
Yeah.
lot of hip hop win.
it's about the audience though. Like I be feeling like okay, American Idol for instance, right? The dope
I fucking hate
got
that show.
great talent. Some, sometimes it's white, sometimes it's black, but it's like it's all fits into a certain pocket. You know what I'm saying? Good old hearted event from Ruben Studdard to Kelly Clarkson. It's just like good old hearted American music. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that might come on in the bar or 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with Ruben though. We fuck with Ruben. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just about the audience. Like if a mother
Yeah.
like Mozzie, for instance, tight as fuck. If Mozzie went on American Idol and he wasn't signed, he's not gonna win that American Idol. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So I think it's just kind of like I don't know. It's the audience. Like the Rhythm and Flow show, that show was all about rap. So when them motherfuckers is coming with they shit, or like the show that Lotto came from with I think that one had Jermaine Dupri. It was all about rap. So the audience, that's what they looking for. Some of them other shows, America's Got Talent, American Idol, the audience they're coming there looking for something else.
Exactly, that's what I mean. I say we give them a show where literally it's people like us, and I mean that in the most respectful manner. But I mean people. I mean we can appreciate music in all aspects of it, but they need people that really start looking at music in all capabilities.
Yeah.
Not just the ones that sit there. And I want to, Shine. I want to tell you why.